Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video. Today we're looking at The Handler of Dragons, which came out on Early Access today. It is done by a single developer, and it kind of shows in certain places, but honestly, for a single development team, it's pretty damn good, and it is in Early Access, so there is plenty of time to change. The first issue that I've got with this game is the fire sounds, and generally the sound effects as a whole, in that the volume levels probably could do with looking at to balance better. At the minute, the crackling fire sounds are much louder than any other sound in the game, and the music tends to out volume the voice acting as well. So that's something that could probably be do with looking at. Another thing I've noticed is that the voice acting is very, I don't want to say amateur, but amateur. It's not very coherent. It's not amazing, although the writing, while simplistic, puts the message across and seems pretty good. We'll get into the game in just a second and show you the movement and everything, but I just want to make a note of the fact that the graphics, considering that again this is a single development team, single person development, is actually really good. The textures are not incredible. Like, it's a pretty average game, and if you were to put it against a development team of, say, 50 or 60 or more, or a AAA title, it's obviously not going to match up. But it is still very impressive and of a high quality for just one guy. Options-wise, it's actually a pretty decent and pretty well thought out menu. Everything is fairly clear and easy to see, and you can see that dialogue is set at 50 and volume is set at 30, but what would be nice would be a separate special effects or sound effects volume meter, just so you could maybe have a bit more control over that and just turn those sound effects of certain things, especially the fires, down a little bit. As another note, the fire plays during the first opening scene, which makes it hard to hear the story, and it kind of it takes away from, honestly, a really good soundtrack. Graphics wise, you've got your resolution, your textures, your post-process, your foliage, your shadows, everything. It's pretty well optimized. Again, I've turned everything on ultra and I'm having no issues. The game is running very smoothly, which is really good to see. Your input, looks like you can rebind all of your keys as well, which again is really nice. So let's jump into the game and see what this is all about. Okay, here we are. This is your character. You do not get to customize him, or anybody in the game for that matter. You just go in. He is a man with no name. You don't actually get to name him, and you find a worn axe. I'm assuming that you can change and equip other stuff as you go along. You've got formulas so you can craft stuff, which is really nice to see. You've got your health here, and then you've got your points, which I'm assuming you can upgrade as you level. Not entirely sure how. It doesn't really say. It's just, it says that you can. I don't know whether they automatically upgrade as you level up or what. But the fact that you can upgrade your character and level him up as you go is really nice. If you press H, you can get to your tutorial, so you can see how to do everything, which is really nice. It doesn't throw you into a tutorial, which is a bit of a shame, because you could easily work that into the story. And the story is, it's an interesting idea. It's very influenced by Dragonheart, which is an old school film that I watched years ago. It's got that feel to it. It feels like it's been influenced by that. I could be wrong. Who knows? And when I say the graphics aren't bad, like, you've got no water effects here, but the water effect itself and the reflections are actually pretty damn good. You know, you've got no splashing and the graphics look a bit dated, but again, this is a one-person team. I'm actually very impressed with it. Now, combat. Combat's a little bit weird. It's a little bit janky. I had some issues earlier getting him to actually pull out his axe. He continually, even though I had it equipped, tried hitting with his with his fists, which was really frustrating, and I almost died. It is worth noting as well that you save the game upon entering a new area or map. So it's got autosave, but you really kind of not pushed, but it makes sense to do each map before you carry on and keep moving. Combat is very simple. Obviously, you've got your spells that come later on, and you've got your attack and your block. It's nothing amazing. There's no like amazingly awesome, fantastic sort of combat, and you can attack whilst in air. You do jump for what feels like an eternity. But again, it's not bad. It is something that I could quite happily play. Again, the word dated comes up. It reminds me of something that maybe would have come out on like PS2 era, maybe a bit later than that. You don't have like a dodge or anything, which is not ideal. Or if you do, I've not found it. And you've got health potions, which you can also equip and then use to keep you going. You can find them from enemies. You can pick them up from little bags on the side. The most disappointing thing for me for this game is the voice acting. And it's not just that some of the voice actors themselves sound, again, a little amateurish. They don't read off the lines supernaturally. They don't flow. But it's more the sound quality of the actual voice acting itself. The voice quality, it doesn't all match. It's not level. It feels a little bit like some of them were recorded in like a not soundproof room. They've got some weird effects on them that don't really work. And I just feel like it could probably be done a little bit better. This auto-targeting as well is not amazingly ideal. I like the fact that you can target. That definitely helps. But it would be nice if I had a button that I could press that did it for me, or that I could manually take over, as opposed to me just looking around at something and enjoying the views and the scenery, and then automatically, because I've seen an enemy, I'm locked onto him. It would be nice if that wasn't the case. Okay, and then how do I use it? You did tell me how to use it earlier, and I don't know how. Oh, there you go. Tells you in the bottom left. So yeah, overall, for an early access, one developer team, I think this is pretty damn good. It's got a lot of potential. It needs a little bit of work, and I can definitely see some improvements that need making. But on the whole, solid effort. Really, really solid effort. I am very, very impressed. If you die, you get taken back to the beginning of your last save, which is completely fair. But yeah, this is Handlers of Dragons, guys. You play a guy that is able to talk to and therefore take control of dragons. And there are some choices to make in the game as well, which apparently play a role and a part on what you can do later on. So it's meaningful choices, and we all know that on this channel, I do love me some meaningful choices. So, check it out, guys. Let me know what you think in those comments down below. Is this the sort of game that you would play? Is it a bit too early access for you, or would you give it a go in its current state? Let me know in those comments down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.